Speaking on behalf of myself and Moms for Liberty members in Howard County, I will be reading from All Boys Aren't Blue. This book was submitted to the HCPSS Resource Evaluation Committee for removal due to the sexually explicit content. Matt, you awake? Yes, I said. Do you feel that? Yeah, I laughed and said, get your hand off my butt. You giggled. It's not my hand. There was something poking at me. You can't tell anybody, okay? Promise that you won't tell anyone. I promised. Then you grabbed my hand and made me touch it. You then told me to get up and go downstairs. You had me stand up and told me to take off my pajama pants, which I did. You stood in front of me, fully erect, and said, taste it. I only did it for about 45 seconds, and you had me stop. You got down on the floor and began oral sex on me. After a minute, you laid me on the ground and began humping me back and forth. Then you took me to the bathroom. You began stroking yourself in front of me. I watched as you moaned slightly. You ejaculated in front of me. Watching you ejaculate was shocking. It's semen, you said. One day, when no one is around, you should do this until you get that feeling you never felt before and bust. The Resource Evaluation Committee voted to retain this book, stating, quote, the book is a heartfelt and authentic story. This novel's authenticity is something that makes it shine and may be a valuable resource for students in their own journey to finding themselves. It may also serve to open the eyes of other perspectives, broadening their understanding of certain groups. End of quote. It is shocking to hear adults in this committee think young people need to broaden their minds by supplying books detailing adult family members sexually molesting children. How is approval of this resource not a violation of Policy 7030 on employee conduct? This policy states that inducing students or others to participate in or commit acts that are immodest, indecent, or obscene is cause for disciplinary action. Yet this is found acceptable under the lens of equity by this committee. HCPSS board members all have sat in silent agreement while the obscene material has been read out loud at board meetings like this one, pretending this is normal behavior for adults when it comes to interacting with children. Boundaries to keep minors safe from sexual predators were once standard practice in schools. It is alarming to many families that schools no longer see sexual conversations and exposure to pornography as inappropriate for teacher and student relationships. This environment makes schools a soft target for sexual predators to abuse children because under the equity lens, sexually explicit content is celebrated and mandated. This is truly shameful behavior by adults, which is emotionally harming children and makes our schools unsafe. Thank you.
Mary.